Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Koronus. We are back for some more Rogue Trader. We are in the Yrliet 2 system. We explored a couple of worlds here, this Shattered World and the Burning World. We are going to continue exploring what's over here. Our main goal though is to continue on our way for Eldari in Distress Companion quest, the quest for Yrliet, which is a system not too far away from where we are. Let's explore this Recologer's plot, see what it has. It's some kind of ship. Aha, okay, we might have some action here. No, not you. I want you. We're gonna try out our new specs, see how they work. Okay. I think in the last episode I changed my stuff. I think I gave you heavy armor. And you are still using what you were supposed to be using. Okay. Kind of want to try this out as well on Abelard, but I still haven't thoroughly tested the Infernal Pistol. This might be better though. Dodge reduction, 8 to 11 damage, but hits 3 times. If it hits, of course, with burst. Well, we'll see. I keep saying we'll see, and I end up never actually shooting with that. Welcome, your lordiness. Please come right in. Our chief, she'll greet you. And you, nitwits. I couldn't read it. Quick your gawking and get to work. Okay. Nameplate.
An initial survey of the vessel indicates that my exploratory brethren have already performed a requiem rite here. Further examination is inadvisable.
What is a requiem rite here? Is it to finish off the machine? It might be.
I did it.
The plate reads, Leithanos Pride. The name Leithanos surfaces in your mind. The history of a family from the Koronus expanse who invested all they had in a family ship. The ship perished in the warp on its maiden voyage. The Leithano line will never recover from this crushing blow. Alright.
New challenge for me?
I don't know what to... Check out the visitors over here. Must be someone big. Let me actually check what the Recologer is. Well, it's either something I'm not aware of in the game, or it's a French word which I didn't bother going too much into.
Follow me!
Praying before the sacred warrant has imbued me with the determination to fulfill my mission. With the support of the rogue trader, I will wrest the relic from the heretic's clutches.
Okay.
Your resolve gleams with every shade of gold, sister. Your words blaze like a fire, and your faith in what you say is unshakable. I can barely behold it without squinting.
Okay, I like this.
None shall stand in my
I like my
way.
companions a lot. One of the best things about this game, I would say. The companions are really cool, the story is really cool, the lore, the setting, everything is so well done.
I must thank you, esteemed Magos. After your intervention, I feel 50 years younger. Both my knee implants are as good as new.
Oh.
I agreed to help out of respect for the priceless array of augmentations placed in your body. Such sacred creations deserve the best maintenance available.
Nice, being bros, good. Help each other out with a team. Reta. The simple machinery and tools look a little worn, but well maintained. Oh. Whoa, check out the visitors over here. Okay, Reta. So, a tired-looking woman of indeterminate age, clad in work clothes, breaks off from her task to greet you. She freezes momentarily, clearly unsure how to address you, then says simply, Your Lordship, please excuse me, I don't know your name. Welcome to our little colony. May the light of the Emperor be with you, and with us. My name's Reta Maximova. I'm in charge here. So rude, man. Would you believe it? Well-spoken rabble. What is this place? We just call ourselves Reta's crew, and this place is Reta's camp. That's it. We're Recologers, scavengers in common terms. Aha, thank you, okay. She does not speak the word scavengers with any kind of disdain. On the contrary, there is dignity in her voice, the kind with which one would announce their affiliation with a respected guild or family. Tossing a glance at Pascal, she grimly adds, "And our work is all legal, even though your brethren have no liking for us." Pascal stares dispassionately at Retta with a hint of disgust. Evidently, he has not even considered the possibility that replying to this creature's words could be anything other than heresy. What do you do here? Right now we're gutting this old heap of junk, slowly but surely. That's scavenger's life for you. They drop us off at some decrepit station or an ancient battlefield, and we just sit there for years on end. We look for working tech or valuable materials or whatever else might be useful. If we find anything, we sell it to passing ships. Not the easiest job out there. These wrecks are chock full of all kinds of dangers. But, and I swear it on my plasma torch, it's an exciting one for sure. This little bird's got all kinds of bells and whistles. Most of the tech is dead, but we do find working pieces now and then. We spent 2 whole months clearing out this shaft we found. Finished just 3 days ago actually, and we found this thing, a bit weird looking but still functional. Retta's expression brightens a little. Perhaps your lordship would like to buy this component from us? I'll bet that big ship you've got could get plenty of use out of it. Pascal's vox crackles to life. Imperiously he tells her, "Present the object, laywoman." But curiosity creeps into his voice nonetheless. Really? I don't have an option to even look at it? I would like to see what it is before I buy it. Okay, I will say I will buy it and let's see what happens. Well, isn't this something? The Emperor himself must have smiled upon us. Retta makes a triumphant gesture. I mean, thank you, your lordship. You'll be pleased with the results. We got some Magnus-class rechargeable battery. Okay, it's just cargo. We got some experience out of it. Her mood visibly improves. You know, your lordship, it's kind of embarrassing to offer you this, but over in that corner there, we keep things we don't rightly understand or can't really use. You could send some of your people to check it out if you'd like. Clearly you know more about this stuff than us. You might find something useful. Okay, you've got your own ship? No, not even close. A luxury like that. You could counter the scavengers who got their own ship on one hand. An old worker's hand that got sucked into machinery 3 times and slashed by a plasma cutter twice. We fly with whoever, mostly just taking our chances. Sometimes we hitch a ride on the promise that we'll pay with what we find later, other times we find some other means. Risky business, obviously. 5 or so years back, a crew got dropped off on an abandoned station, but something wasn't right with the life support systems. The ship came back to pick them up 2 years later and found nothing but bodies. And about 15 years ago, back before I had my first little one, a ship took 3 crews to locations and ran into pirates on the way back. The ships go out on expeditions for years at a time, so it was ages before anyone realized they were missing, and it was even longer before they remembered the scavengers. Plus, it took some time to find a ship that could check on them and pick them up. Long story short, all 3 crews had bought it. Yep. Yeah, not an easy life though. Can you tell me anything about this wreck? Not much. We're no hagheads, you know. We're manual labor. It's an ancient thing, pretty dangerous, and we don't really know much beyond that. Before we came here, some tech priests had done their own bit of gutting. I mean ritualing, bowing to the spirits, all that. That lot don't tend to leave a whole lot of valuables behind, it's true, but it's way too scary to go in before them. And hey, we dragged a dozen of their broken servitors out of the mines after. The carcasses smell awful, but you can pluck a decent number of parts out of a servitor and sell them. Give me 1 second, please. And I'm back. Doesn't seem like there's anything nasty living inside the wreck now, but the wreck itself is barely holding together. You go a couple of modules from here, and that's it. You won't take another step without fearing that a broken reactor might cook you alive, or a whole module might depressurize. Well, it's nothing we haven't handled before, so we're taking a poke at it. But we don't have a clue what this ship is or who it belonged to. Okay. You take pride in your trade, I see. Sure do. It takes skill and luck and a good head on your shoulders. We risk our lives every day crawling on top of these old buckets. If something goes wrong, we die, by the score sometimes. One moment we're there, the next we're gone. Kind of like worker ants. But you know what, your lordship? Our job also has something, how should I put it, poetic about it. Hope you don't judge me too harshly, don't take it as insolence, but some people, even big people like you, think too highly of themselves. Let's say your ship hops into the warp someday and doesn't hop out of it in time. And around 1,000 years later, another gal like myself who needs to feed her 3 ankle biters somehow. Her 3 ankle biters? I love it. We'll be rifling through its remains looking for anything good. That's just the nature of things. Each of us comes and goes, but the way the world works stays the same. We all have our lot in life, and mine is just as good as any other. Correct. Dogmatic nonsense. You speak as if the world is set in stone and none of us can change anything for the better. Those are some big things you're talking about. Where are my depth? Change for the better? Heck, that'd be nice. Rather pause to think. If I was younger and didn't have 3 youngsters back home, maybe I would dream about stuff like that too. But as it is, I've got no time for dreaming. I've got to work. So, I can take you from this place. It's not safe here, and sooner or later it will drift somewhere so remote that nobody will ever find you again. But this is our whole livelihood, your lordship. You take us from here and what are we gonna do? Sit in some hole slaving away? Here we've got our own colony, our own operation. No, this is our path, and we won't stray from it. Okay, I will respect that. Your lordship, Retta falters as if flustered by her own nerve. Please don't take it as insolence, but it's not like I have much choice. It's not often that we get well-stocked ships around here, and we could certainly use more provisions and some warm clothes. If it's something you would be willing to provide, we would gladly barter for it with whatever we can dig up inside this here ship. It's just a respectful offer of a fair trade. She bows slightly before stepping aside. Okay, I do want to help them out. They seem decent people, unless I'm very naive and gullible, but... Okay. Didn't have any chance to give her something. The simple machinery and tools look a little worn but well maintained. A working area where fragments of the ship are dismantled in search of scraps of valuable metals or parts. A locked container.
My house would be proud of me.
A damaged safe. The contents of similar safes are destroyed when hacking is attempted. You should not try to open it just like that, but something from the environment could help. Oh, really? Okay. A small selection of valuable finds, carefully sorted and packed. But I'm oh.
As it should be.
There is nothing here but cheap scrap metal. I feel like I want to quick save this. I don't want to mess that up. I wonder how this works. I think it's based on the awareness checks here.
I've read about this.
Among the wreckage was an instruction manual for the duty officer on how to access the safes. You can obtain the codes to the safes by logging into the ship's cogitators. Okay, cool. A dump site of cut pieces of metal and other materials, probably from clearing out a path deeper into the ship.
Victory awaits.
Tech cues also. Oh, is this the cogitator? Yeah. I think it is. Pascal?
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Appears to be inoperative. But you were successful, right? Yeah, because you can actually just fail these with a critical failure. The apparatus gurgles and emits a strong smell of alcohol, probably not of the industrial variety.
It's about time.
In this work of crude craftsmanship, you can just make out one of the depictions of the Emperor commonly seen in the Koronus expanse. Okay. Looks like an angel with a sword and a halo. Yeah, another one of these.
Operation successful.
A new challenge for me?
I feel like this is either just a safe area without combat, or we're gonna get invaded by chaos. Or the warp.
The machine god grants me insight.
Ah. The cogitator is off but appears intact. You can try to power it from a local source.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Logic. I'm gonna quick save again. I think logic doesn't... I don't have a lot of logic. Ah, but I can retry. Okay, nice.
My knowledge has its limits.
Okay, you failed to overcome the protection, obtain the code from the safe. What? But it said I could retry it.
I won't tolerate weakness.
What? Okay, that's stupid. I want to see if there's another cogitator I can use, because if there's not, I'm actually just gonna quick load. Because even the
I'll lay
game
claim to the stars.
showed it could be reattempted. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. We just barely failed it as well. Okay, let me just quick load this. Because, yeah, if the game tells me I'm allowed to retry it, I assume I can retry it. I didn't even look for any pieces of gear that grant me logic. Which I do have. Well, this would have passed, for example, because I missed by 2. I also want to swap these. I don't want to wear those anymore. Yeah. So I can just retry, right?
This explorator is blessed
Okay.
with multifunctionality.
You successfully logged in with the duty officer credentials and obtained the code to the old safe. We succeeded, nice, okay. So, I want to change my helmet on Pascal before I forget. He had something that gave hit and crit, I feel. It was one of these. Yeah, this one here, okay. Let's take that. So now we should have the code.
Victory awaits.
I'm gonna save again in case there's something weird happening here. Is my formation broken again? Why does this happen? Nay, woman, you should not be in the front. Actually, not even like this, like this. Feels like something's off, but let's keep it like this. Okay, safe. Aha! Oh, an Aldari weapon? Come on, man. Ooh, 25% bonus to parry. God damn. 40% armor penetration. Come on, that's actually a pretty decent weapon. Fire grenades and a chameleon cloak. Mimic fiber thunder declaration grants 10% more dodge. I think I already have one of these. Well, I'll be. They opened it. Must be nice to be learned. We never could have cracked it. Okay. So, in terms of cloaks, the road is keeps immune to burning. I think I prefer the dodge, yeah. It's a shame I can't... This is cargo. It's a shame I can't use this on anybody. Yeah, only Yrliet can use it. We also have this assault lasgun. This could be interesting for Abelard, honestly. But he has to have a pistol, so... Nay. Something is propped against the door from the inside. You can hear the piercing sounds of a saw and other tools coming from behind it. So is this entire area just for that safe puzzle? It's not even a puzzle, really. It's just passing skill checks. Yeah, it is. Okay. Last chance. Okay, nothing here. Really, I can't...
A new challenge for me?
She said I could give her some provisions. I want to give her some provisions. Okay, maybe it's something that triggers once we get out. Or maybe it was the interaction that we purchased something. Oh, wait. Oh, we can explore the rest of the place. Ah. The lights keep flickering in the bowels of the dead ship as the scavengers go through their usual tasks. Rita Maximova sends you her best regards and asks what the colony can do for the road trader. Okay. Destroy the colony with a salvo from the ship. Offer necessary close to the colony. Dispatch a supply shuttle to the scavengers. I want to do both. So let's give them supplies. Aha! Reda thanks you for this generosity and sends back a cargo shuttle loaded with dismantled vessel components. It will be a while before the colony requires another shipment. Their needs are satisfied for now, and regardless, the scavengers need time to extract new components from the guts of the dead void ship. Let's offer the clothes. We use a uniform kit. As politely as she can, Reta refuses the shipment. The colony's needs are met at present, and they simply have nothing with which to repay the rogue trader's generosity. Perhaps the scavengers will require your aid again at a later time. Okay. So we just leave. Just want to check. If I speak to her again, does something change? It's a cool sword, but seems kind of awkward to be an Aldari sword.
My way.
No, okay. So we are done with this area. Let's check out the other ship. Quick save. A Vox notification from the Augur crew drowns out the usual noise on the bridge. An Imperial vessel, the Darkpiercer, and its escort ships are headed your way. Your archives made no mention of either the ship or its owner. As you consider your course of action, the ship's captain contacts you first. Introducing himself as the Pilgrim, the captain greets the rogue trader courteously and offers to purchase any information you might have on crystal phlogiston deposits. We do know of a few. Let's ask why he calls himself the Pilgrim. The captain admits he has not always done the right thing in his life, but he once beheld the blessing of the Emperor himself and has followed a special path of service to him ever since. There is a path he now treads as the Pilgrim. Ask why he needs phlogiston. The captain's coarse laughter echoes forth from the Vox. Phlogiston is a part and parcel of many different aspects of life in the Imperium. How exactly his customers are going to use it is none of his concern. All that the Pilgrim promises is that phlogiston will be used for the good of humanity. Pascal becomes visibly animated at the mention of phlogiston. Though indifferent to the prospect of a deal with the shadowy individual, the Magus nonetheless recommends you find out more of phlogiston deposits. Your own protectorate would benefit from the knowledge. Sister Argenta sincerely believes the words of the Pilgrim. A cowl or a golden Aquila are no prerequisites for being his true servant. If the captain sincerely wants to help the Imperium, perhaps by his own methods, there is nothing questionable about extending a helping hand. Cool. Propose a deal. Valuable information in exchange for granting the Pilgrim the right to mine phlogiston using the Von Valancius extractiums. Does this mean that I'm gonna lose phlogiston? No, let's see. We gained experience. The captain of the Darkpiercer is in the best of spirits. In gratitude for your invaluable help, he sends you a small box containing ancient maps and documents. They appear to speak of a certain imperial world lost many centuries ago. Then, in a somewhat conspiratorial tone, the Pilgrim relates a story about a standoff between two Xenos fleets, which he was told by an acquaintance. The person in question, sadly enough, died at the hands of the Inquisition before they were able to pass on the coordinates for the crash site of one of the Xenos ships. However, the Pilgrim knows for a fact that the vessel met its demise on an ocean world. Okay. Ah, yeah, we lost phlogiston. I had 9. Okay, I think that's fine. Bid farewell to the Pilgrim and travel onward. And off he goes. Did the game tell me that I lost phlogiston or not really? Not really. And I think what we got from this were rumors. In the footsteps of history, the wandering trader calling himself the Pilgrim gave the rogue trader ancient imperial documents as a token of thanks. If the scrolls are to be believed, around 2 centuries ago at some crossing of paths, isn't there a system that has kind of like this name? In the expanse, an entire imperial world perished. Treasure in the ocean. Rumors have reached the rogue trader of a Xenos ship that was wrecked on one of the ocean worlds of the Koronus expanse. Man, this is so... so large. Am I gonna have to check all of them? God damn it. Ah, now I have adamantine, that's right. I could get profit factor. I will check what I can do with +2 before I do any of this. Okay, so this world. Has plasteel, don't care about it. Okay, so a crossing of paths or something, right? Yeah, crossing of paths in the expanse. I gotta remember to look at this. Because I'm very sure. Crossroads. Crossing of paths, crossroads. I can actually just check it. It's easier here. Adermat, Crossroads, Forgotten Twins, Furibundus, la 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 la. Okay, I'm actually gonna do this right now. Let's just go there. A trickle of disturbing news comes from the navigation chambers over the last few days. Allegedly, there is a vast shadow following the void ship through the depths of the Sea of Souls. Mere hours before emerging in real space, the vessel shuddered. An unidentified leviathan had emerged from the roiling warp, wrapped its tentacles around the ship and started squeezing, trying to crack the hull like an egg. I will trust in the navigator's talent, because it's Cassia. The ship's navigator engaged the warp monster in invisible combat by giving orders from her chamber. By following the Astronomican's guiding light and struggling against the mighty alien while seeking to break her at the same time, the guide managed to pry the vessel from the nightmarish creature's grasp and execute an emergency translation to real space, with minimal losses among the crew and new insights into the nature of warp entities. Nice. Unforeseen event. I also have to go back to the Von Valensis Palace, that's right. Wait, what is the unforeseen event? This? Because it's... no. Okay, so Ocean World, let's see if it was here. But we've scanned this already. And I cannot rescan it. Aha, this is new. According to the ancient chronicles and maps handed to you by the Pilgrim, this icy planet used to be a prosperous imperial colony. However, a sharp change in its trajectory, brought upon by the warp anomaly raging the system, caused the world to distance itself from the local star. In less than a decade, the planet's surface was completely encased in ice, sealing a wealth of machines and artifacts on the Imperium inside the glacial tomb. Let's use the augurs to scan the planet. Magus Hanneman made a logical statement. Unverified information received from a nameless individual is likely to prove false. However, the factual evidence pointed at the authenticity of the ancient documents allows one to assume the Road Trader's augurs are not powerful enough to perform a more thorough scanning of the frozen world. Really? I think it's the second time I've seen this. Augmented augur components. We have to leave. Beholding the truth. Oop. The Road Trader failed to uncover traces of human civilization on fossil planet despite possessing documents attesting to the fact. Perhaps the problem lies in the ship's augurs. They are simply not powerful enough. How can I improve them? I wonder if I can purchase something for this effect. We know the Imperial Navy sells ship components. I did like the crossing of the paths and the crossroad systems. So high factotum, generous Danrov. Where can I trade? Yes. So, yeah, it's still at level 1. Imperial Navy. What do you sell? Macro batteries. Oh, so 2 more profit factor would allow me to buy this. But it's worse. Okay. Okay, so macro batteries, blah blah. Okay, Ultimo Array. Ooh, 20% crit chance. Yeah, but it's not anything that we need. Plating, battery, scrap container. Oh, it grant. Okay, so we can purchase some scrap. Multiband, array, plating. Okay, so we cannot purchase anything like this. You are at level 1. Okay, I'll just... Oh, because these are very expensive. Okay. I will only look at this later. I'm not feeling like looking at this right now. Probably in between episodes, so I don't bore you guys while I'm browsing through the through everything there. Now, will I remember to do this? I hope I do. How far am I? I'm actually very close. I think I'm gonna go here as well. Because I still have this. The epidemic and the Lord present. The presence is required. While traveling to the Materium, the crew on duty on loading bay 7 heard what sounded like a hissing of a giant snake. The terrified workers sent out a Vox message and locked themselves in a shipping container and welded shut. The response team sent to the bay found no signs of warp activity. Unfortunately, by the time they arrived, the workers had suffocated. Damn it. How am I supposed to do this? Where is the epidemic? Is it here? Oh, Phlogiston. Hey. No. Gas giant. No. Unfinished event, epidemic. What do I do? Okay, I'm gonna quick save this. I took damage again. I think it's because of the my walking around in the unsafe thingy. It says right there, events, epidemic. Sure, dude, what? Oh, I have... You have to click on the event. Okay. A deadly pathogen has paralyzed the colony. The rabble is terrified. The planetary authorities are flummoxed. We can hurry to the colony with holy sacraments that will protect the faithful. Requires holy gifts. Pass holy rifts to the faithful. Enforce a strict quarantine or burn down the region affected by the epidemic. I would lose Promethium. Not that big a deal. It's the only option I have, is that it? So this is grayed out, right? Ah, okay, I can't even click it, okay. So I'll just take care of this and lose some Promethium here. And burn down the regions affected. The hotbed of the infection was turned to ash and the disease retreated, terrified by Drukhari's iron resolve. Was that it? It just made me lose Promethium for nothing. God damn it. Oh, now I have a Dementin for this. Whenever the wearer performs a heroic act, they recover all their wounds and gain +2 AP. This is not bad. Frag grenades being replenished is not bad either. Efficiency, mechanisms that I need, but it blocks the other ones. All allies gain 5% melee damage and 20% damage on an attack of opportunity. I don't care about this one. Yeah, I like this a lot. I like these boots a lot as well. Kind of also like this. Again, I'm gonna leave this decision for later. I'm just delaying it, I know, but yeah. Don't feel like making that choice right now. I want to continue what I was doing. So I want to go to there. Okay, so warp travel. Warp travel. The vessel's confessors report discontent among their flock. During the traditional sermon before departure, a ritual chandelier's 100 candles were snuffed out at once. The missionaries attributed this incident to an open ventilation shaft, but the Voidsmen noticed it and are whispering about an ill omen, fearing the woes that may come soon. I feel like I've done this before. It's grayed out, right? Sanctify all chambers of the Void Ship one more time. Or organize punitive processions against everyone faltering in their belief. This seems better, but I have a better chance of passing this one, so I'm gonna go for this one. Okay. A resounding condemnation of weakness of spirit and body led to arbitrary reprisals against anyone who dared even mention the troubles hanging over the crew. With the permission of the confessors, the Voidsmen took the task of bolstering morale into their own hands and successfully quelled the rising panic. Right. So, to Adarmat we go. And now I'm going to lower the difficulty to unsafe here. And we travel to Tenebris Aquae. The warp jump passed without... Okay, this is repeated. Chart new routes. Okay, cool. So we now have a way into Kiava Gamma and to Nola Septum. I would imagine that this would allow us to go over here, hopefully. And I still have to explore this. Oh, and also this. Oh, right. This was part of the Blades of the Void. One of the 3 systems. I forgot to explore this one. Okay, I'll have to go there before we go to Kavagama. Okay, let's go here. Yeah. Oh my god. Space battle, unknown ships. Quick save. A very cool sun thingy. A violent battle is unfolding before the Rogue Trader's eyes. Patrol ships from the Korda fleet are tearing apart 2 small Eldari vessels. Once they are finished with them, the Void ships give chase after the third, already damaged vessel, clearly with the intention of destroying it as well. Seeing the last ship's impending death, Yrliet calls out to the Lord Captain, her voice trembling slightly. Only the Rogue Trader's intervention can save her kin from the massacre. Let's send a message to the Incendia Korda's fleet ordering them to stop the battle. The Vox Master relays to Lord Captain's demand to stop the battle and soon returns with a reply. According to the Korda ships, this group of Xenos are malicious criminals. They are guilty of raiding the system's planets and robbing merchant vessels. Incendia Korda's Void ships are intent on performing their duty before the Emperor and exterminating the Xenos. Yrliet sullenly watches the unfolding chase through the stained glass windows of the Captain's bridge. She grimly concedes that no crime should go unpunished, and I agree. Except her kin were flying transport ships. It would have been impossible for them to rob a ship, let alone a planetary raid. Vessels such as theirs simply lack the firepower to do so. The Monkey are lying. She has a point. I will ask Korda's patrol for proof of the Xenos transgressions. The patrol's captain reluctantly admits that there is no conclusive proof. This system is sometimes the target of pirate raids. However, this changes nothing, for his servants have no mercy for the enemies of humanity. Let's try to analyze the intact Xeno ship. Okay, good. Despite the presence of some weaponry, the Xeno ship is more likely meant for transporting cargo or the Xenos themselves rather than direct combat. Yeah. So let's try and use coercion here. Demand Korda's warships cease fire immediately and retreat. Unwilling to engage in open battle against the flagship of a foreign dynasty, the patrol reluctantly leaves its prey and retreats to the edge of the system. Meanwhile, the wounded Xeno ship is rapidly distancing itself from the recent battlefield, attempting to hide in the shadow of the nearest world. Every attempt to contact it is met with frustration, and the Vox Master reports that the vessel is in deplorable condition. Who knows how much more the Xeno technology can endure before the irreparable happens. The Eldari are too scared and resentful of the Monkey for the recent deaths of their kin to answer incoming hails. Despite this, Yrliet is certain that she can convince them to cooperate with Ilantak if she is allowed to speak with them. We can let her speak. Yeah. Let Yrliet speak with her kin. What? Oh, come on, dude. Give me the correct information, game. God damn it, man. Yrliet appeals to her kin's wisdom, but the words of the outcast cannot make them trust Mon Ki. The pain of loss fills the Eldari hearts. Only recently did the humans destroy 2 vessels of children of Azurid, and now they offer aid. Worse, they offer aid through the mouth of their captive sister. No, the Eldari will not fall for this trick. Trying to outpace the pursuit of the next Mon Ki vessel, the Eldari overload their void ship's drives. One of the damaged engines is unable to bear the strain. Oh my god. Before the eyes of 100 officers, a Xenos ship flashes a fiery light blue through the stained glass windows as thousands of tiny shards disperse across the system. The bridge officers openly rejoice, offering prayers to the Emperor. Today the expanse is cleansed of more filth, the enemies of humanity. What is this if not his providence? And only the thin figure of the Eldari stands motionless against the backdrop of the intricate stained glass windows, mourning the fallen in solemn silence. Once the pain in Yrliet's soul is numbed, she turns to Lord Captain and nods, a short gesture of gratitude for their attempt to save those who could hardly be saved. Sometime after, Yrliet comes to the Lord Captain, haggard, still holding on to hope. She said that she came aboard the Mon Ki vessel and set off into darkness in the hopes of finding her kin, but found only corpses slaughtered by humanity's hatred. Oh, this was her quest! And though she and the Lord Captain were not always in agreement, the Elantak still tried to lend a helping hand. In gratitude, as she promised, she shares the coordinates of her kin's cache. Ah, man, that was so messed up. I thought I was for sure gonna pass that test. We had 100% persuasion. I mean, it makes sense that it has to be Yrliet. I just wish the game would tell me. Because, like, I might have had a better option. God damn it, man. Okay, well, we couldn't save them. Find the Eldari cache. She shared the coordinates. It can be found in the last chance of Serene. Aha, we've been there already. Okay. So let's first explore this. I'm just gonna do this first. And I'm so sad. I'm gonna stick with... I don't want to reload for failed tests, but I'm kind of sad. The mirror. This planet is devoid of even the most primitive forms of life. However, the crew has made quite a strange discovery. A mirror lying right in the center of a huge crater. A completely ordinary mirror in a frame, by all appearances, in pristine condition. I feel like destroying it is the correct option. But you know about curiosity killing the cat? I think I'm a cat. Let's take the mirror aboard the ship and see what happens. The mirror now hangs on the wall in one of the compartments. It looks completely normal. However, only an hour after its arrival, the Voxmaster reports that the shuttle crew that delivered the mirror have disappeared. The people who hung the mirror have also disappeared. Even the enforcer who wandered into the compartment by mistake and stopped to fix his new non-regulation cravat has vanished without trace. Blow the whole compartment. So we're basically gonna have to destroy it. Do I wait? Let's wait. About 3 watches after the shuttle's crew disappearance, strange squelching and snapping sounds are heard coming from the mirror compartment, accompanied by a putrid odor. Keep waiting? Yet more abnormal noises joined the ungodly symphony playing behind the compartment door. The squelching and snapping were soon joined by rattling, wheezing and growling. Sensors also detected an increase in the ship's mass in the area near the compartment. Soon, faint human voices could be heard begging to be saved. Oh god damn it. Open the door. The compartment was brimming with biomatter. Strange creatures and plants floating in streams of a slimy substance revealed to be a type of mold upon closer inspection. The missing crew members were also found inside, terrified and unable to remember anything. They returned to awareness while still inside the compartment. They had been only half an hour away from drowning by the biomatter, still oozing from the mirror. Oh wait, they're alive! Okay. Logic test succeeded. Ooh, a lot of experience. After analyzing all the available data, the Lord Captain and the officers conclude that the mirror functions in line with the rotation cycle of the planet on which it was found. During the first phase, the mirror absorbs all organic life reflected in it. During the second phase, the mirror regurgitates the organic material it gets consumed, starting with the simplest organisms and progressing to the more complex ones. Let's keep the mirror. Is this heretical? It might be heretical. Now that we know how it works, we know what to do with it. The crew seem numb with horror as they hear the order, yet they obey without a word. The mirror remains in a sealed compartment while the ship continues its journey onward. Okay, I like that. I don't know if it's gonna come up again, but I did like that. Let's take care of this right now, I think. Quick save. Please, man, let it not be Drukhari ships. No Drukhari ships. Let them be normal pirates. Just regular pirates, no shroud fields, no mirror images, just normal fight.
For the glory of the
God damn it. Alert! The Drukhari have blocked some of your flagship's posts using an unknown Xenos power. Your crew will gain control of these posts in several rounds. We're getting attacked already. Oh, it's only 2. Oh, but this one is big. Okay, what's locked? I don't know what's locked. Post of the Master of Maneuvers. This. Sorry, I didn't notice it. Oh, only 1 round. That's fine. Stupid goddamn field. And I actually wanted the maneuver right here because I want to reach that guy. Well, this sucks. What do I do? I can go over here. He plays after me. So if he plays after me, he has to go either here or there. I would like him to go here to soak up the damage from this guy, but I'm not sure if it's gonna happen. In any case, this can hit. He has 97 hit points. This would hit. These would never hit. Wait. I can actually hit him twice. I can shoot. I can increase the range and hit with my port weapon. Then I have a dorsal weapon. Then I go over here and use my lance battery, and I can even refresh and shoot again. Let's see if we can actually just kill him outright with these attacks. So, port cannon, 2 more range.
macro cannons, volley!
Ah! And again with the stupid shadow field. Chance to be re-engaged at the start of the ship's turn. Ah! Okay, now this one has the correct information. Chance to be re-engaged or in response to enemy fire that causes hull damage. Okay, now that's correct. Okay, so I'm gonna kill him with Warp Wave. Screw your field. And if I do a U-turn, it's just worse for me. Yeah, I'm gonna go over here. And this guy will be incentivized to go this direction because there's no other ship over there. So he would likely attack this one and not myself. That is my hope. I can kind of hit him. I can hit him, okay. Let's try it. I mean, there's nothing to be lost in trying this. So we actually deploy torpedoes right now.
Unleash our vengeful salvo!
Move over here and shoot.
Bleed them!
Dealt some damage. Dorsal cannons.
Fire the lance batteries!
Dealt some damage. Do I even have a chance to actually hit him with this? Oh, I do! Starboard cannons. Missed everything. And now let's see if my friend here does something interesting. I hope he does. Okay, go over there. Atta boy. Shoot. Good. Okay, 2 hits, 1 crit. Oh, he just deployed torpedoes. Oh, my friend, you are dead. Goodbye. These are my kind of battles. Where are you going? Oh, he's running away from the... Oh, what? Leech torpedo. What is this? Each direct hit of this torpedo has a 40% chance to reduce target speed. Interesting. Like, this is bugged again, isn't it? I have more movement than this. Right? Game? Game? Ah, okay, I do. So just hovering over here, I can see the range again. It's very silly how this works, but whatever. So I think I'm just gonna go over here. And he shouldn't be able to reach me. Hopefully. Pew! He might reach my friend. Let's try and make sure we're... Wait, what? I can move again.
Lay in the course.
What just happened? I don't understand why I could move again. Okay.
Rip them apart!
Yeah.
Blessed are the faithful.
Okay. Easy enough. I think we leveled up. Some trophies, 91 scrap, not bad. We didn't take a single point of hull damage, so I'm happy. Quick save. Plus heal, don't care. Check out the world first, then we can check out this Hulk. A vigilant member of the Augur crew has detected a small Xenos vessel drifting to the void. The ship is unpowered and shows no sign of being crewed. Send out the boarding shuttle. The squad boarded the vessel without issue. Corrosion had laid waste to the ship's systems, which led to the death of the entire crew. God damn it. The interior is full of Eldari corpses. No weapons were found on board, and the dead Xenos, judging by their clothing, were not part of any warrior caste, merely the crew of the now defunct ship. Oh, no, sorry. The crew died, not the vessel I sent. Okay. The Xenos Yrliet claims to have recognized the symbols of the dead Eldari's clothes. They were civilian refugees from the Carfold Krudarak. Oh, that was it? Okay. I expected more. By their arduous labor and unbreakable spirit do his faithful servants fuel hundreds of imperial worlds. Their entire lives are an example of true service to humanity. Did we just get a rumor? No. Okay. I guess we leave. So, Yrliet's quest is complete. I'm actually gonna check if she has something to say. Given that we did this. I wonder what would have happened if she passed that test. Or if I had picked a different choice. But really, who is gonna give persuasion to Yrliet?
Hello, Tark.
I don't think it makes sense to me. I suppose you could equip her with a lot of persuasion gear and try the test that way, but it doesn't make sense for a blind playthrough. Alright, so she has nothing to say. We are gonna go back to the planets of the Blade of the Void, because we have to find the Eldari cache here, and we also have this place to explore. So what is the best way to do this? Is through Mundus Valanche? Yeah, we have to go all the way around. Trust the navigator. Cool. Yes. During the period designated as night shift, the air throughout the ship suddenly turned stale. Those who were awake reported feeling incredibly tired. Those who were asleep later reported having horrible nightmares. Sister Argenta... Oh, this is repeated again. Okay. We go there. This is new. A warp breach. Ungodly fiends spreading sorcerous disease walk to lower decks, gathering a cohort of infected voidsmen. If no measures are taken immediately, an entire bay could be turned into a den of heresy. We will go ourselves and face his contemptible foes. I will probably leave this battle for the next episode, though, I'm sorry. As it usually does take a while. I was kind of looking forward to fighting in this episode, but... This looks different. Oh! Nurgle! Okay. Toxic type of damage healing unit instead of damaging. When it suffers melee damage, it erupts poisonous pus, dealing 8 damage while resisting creatures. Second wind. I don't think this works, by the way. Or, I think maybe he has to actually use this. It's not automatically triggered. Okay. And Bile Throw. Okay, we've dealt with these people before. It's not complicated. Okay. We are going to leave this for the next episode. We're going to start with the fight. Looking forward to seeing how Pascal and Argenta fare in their new builds. And continue on with our exploration looking for the Eldari Cache. This will be the end of this episode, my friends. As always, I want to thank you all for being here with me in the channel, watching some Rogue Trader. If you have questions, suggestions, if you just want to say hi, leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, consider subscribing for more. Many more episodes coming soon, and I hope to see you all in the next episode. Until then, stay safe, everyone.